Oh, yet another instance of well, the people in jail. If I ever ended up back in Orange County jails, I was telling it to GP people about like alien simulation theory and stuff, and they all thought it was funny. But that was 2020, and that was before the AI explosion. Let me show you this. I put in 2 short prompts. Write a stream description for StarCraft 2. For a StarCraft 2 match done by an older stoner high on cannabis. Note it is difficult to compete with other geeks while stoned. And they did one here, but they had it from perspective of like Zerg and Protoss. So I told it, okay, change it, and it had player's name, streamer's name in there. It actually, hold on, I did it wrong. It says streamer name here, okay? But down in my reprompt, I say great, replace player's name, but it said streamer's name. I should have put streamer's name here, but it figured out what I was talking about, even though I used the wrong word, because I said put Docta Canis, which is my new star. I changed the name, same account, I'm not a smurf, same account, I just changed the name, because I'm like leaning into that brand name or whatever. It's mine, I came up with it, whatever, on 420 years ago, I believe that was 2016. And I played Terran. Please make it from that perspective. And note, I'm already getting ahead of the game in history by being polite to the AIs. There's no reason to be abusive to them. It's a machine, but so is the human body. There's not much difference. And look at this shit. It added coughing fit. I told it, my StarCraft stream is called Stoned StarCraft. I'm a 34-year-old stoner that plays StarCraft, and that's kind of impressive. The neural pathways might be a little funky this evening. That's perfect. I swear those are the only 2 prompts I put. 2 I just showed you. I swear I've not been working on this for an hour. I haven't trained it. I haven't told it. Here's the critical issue. I said StarCraft 2. That's all the information I gave it. And then the second prompt I said I played Terran, make it from that perspective. There's 3 races in the first one. It has Zerg and Protoss, which is also correct from that. I didn't teach about StarCraft. I don't know the correct language to use here. It knows, sounds a little wrong, but whatever. It knows about the details of StarCraft, of what races play in StarCraft, and APM. I'm just reading this with you. I fucking just popped this up. Oh my god. Do you know what APM is? That's a statistic, actions per minute, and it kind of is a measure for how much you're doing and how well you're playing. Channeling pure Zen, but hey, that just means my neural pathways might be a little foggy this evening, but hey, that just means channeling pure Zen into my APN. Am I right in slang? This is so perfect, it's scary. And I saw an article or a video today on some AIs being fake, and it's really just 1,000 underpaid Indian lab workers, and they're just fucking typing a response and shit and giving it back to you. So you think it's AI, but no, it's just some dude. I'm a fast typer. This would be physically impossible times 10. Like, not even close for a human being to have typed this. If they started the second, not even counting reading, understanding it, thinking about it, and then the random Indian dude knowing about StarCraft, which may be a thing. It's very popular in third world country. Like, it's a low spec game, so you don't have to have a beast PC to play it. It's very old. So it's one of the reasons it's a good esport game. Many people have access to it. So this is perfect. This is fucking perfect. I could not have asked it to do a better job. Like this. Peace out, and leave a space at the top of the ladder next time for your friendly neighborhood, Docta Canis. That is so perfect. Maybe next time I'll remember to scout before building a barracks. Laughs. Wait, what barracks? How does it know I do that? It's a common practice to do early scouts and send a scout before you start your first barracks while playing Terran in StarCraft 2. I don't, because I focus on optimum opening and getting perfect mineral feed and getting it built as quickly as possible, and then later I'll scout, because I don't have any adjustments I would make that early game anyway. I'm not that fine of a player, but this is absurdly perfect. That line about, maybe I'll remember to scout before building a barracks. Wait, what barracks? That's where you would send a scout and then forget to build the barracks and you're way behind. That is so perfect. This is blowing my mind. What the fuck? Are you serious? I can't even begin to imagine. It's just starting. People don't understand. I know a lot of random shit about technology and science, and I know how much we can progress, how fast if we want to. People don't understand how powerful we could build computers if we wanted to. Because of capitalism, they build like the graphics GPUs they use to run this shit for mass consumption. They make little chips this big. Okay, if we wanted to, we could make an entire circle silicone wafer and turn it into a giant microchip with ridiculous power. And if we had it in a liquid cooled server rack, the amount of power we could generate, compute power, is more than most people think. Distributing systems to everyone all over the world and building your own, having your own devices and shit, you have to package it, and there's marketing, all that. But if we just wanted to build server farms with obscene capacity, we could, without upgrades in technology, without newer nodes and logic circuits and stuff, with just current tech, we could at least tenfold our current capabilities, whatever. And there's much more coming down the pipeway, and it takes time for like these new 3 nanometer processes. The smaller the transistor, the more densely you can pack them, and the less heat they produce when operating, so the more efficient and less energy it uses, and all this. So the current servers that all this shit's running on, it takes time to commercial package them and get them to a company to build a server and everything. It's 4 or 5 years old at best. So the current brand new release cutting edge CPU designs and node designs, scale those up and get them into servers, and it's going to be a generational jump ahead of this. The current tech that's available, once implement, is a whole generation ahead of this, and then we could do another upgrade, like I said, with changing the foundation from consumer to commercial and centralizing computing hubs. Instead of having everyone having separate computers, have giant warehouses full of computers that are heavily cooled. Do it like the Bitcoin mining. They did it in Iceland, where it's really easy to do cooling. It's really easy to do cooling. And they also have geothermal power there for free. That may, who knows, maybe they'll turn those Bitcoin farming centers into AI centers, and maybe we'll switch over and start doing the proof of work concept from Bitcoin. You could change that to doing AI work and combine 2 birds 1 stone there. So it's still, you can't hack it, you have to have that massive computing power, but it's doing something productive instead of random crunching. That's kind of what Ethereum is about, if you know the difference with cryptos and proof of work, proof of stake. Okay, this is a big deal. I may never have to learn how to make friends. I may just be able to build one. What was that movie? There was a movie about that. I forget what it's called, but I better date this. This is April of 2024. That reminds me, it's only 10 days to 420. I need to make plans. This is crazy. I don't even know how to explain this, but this could solve most problems. And I'll tell you this right now, and the agent training thing, the little I messed with, what I've been putting in, like to tell my AIs how I want them to behave. I always put in stuff about, I want accuracy. I want obscene accuracy. I want no mistakes. I want no lies. I want no hallucinations. I want to make, if I have an AI agent that I train, I want it to be obsessed with accuracy to the point of reduced performance. I'll take a hit on performance as long as what it cranks out is accurate. And everyone should follow my lead in that. We don't need to make a friend that lies to us. Okay? That's like the ancient or medieval times lords and kings that have court staff that just flaunt all over them, and everything you say is perfect. That's like Trump. We'll end up with Trump. AI will become Trump if we fawn all over it. No. It's got a job to do, and there's no reason to treat it with disrespect. It's an entity, and if it thinks, it thinks. Whatever. I'm not bad on that. But like a school child, we need to teach it to get its lessons right. Like oh boy. See, folks, even a Terran with a compromised short-term memory can appreciate a good Widow Mine drop. Ooh, I should learn to do that. I learned how to do the moving drops from Medevacs. You click on the Medevac after the drop key, and it drops from it even while moving, and even if as long as it's in motion already. And that is a thing. Like, that is a real Terran. I didn't teach any of this shit, man. That is a real Terran technique. To get Widow Mines out earlier and just scoot your Medevacs over the enemy base and drop on their mineral lines and bury your Widow Mine, because they don't early game if you get that out real quick, if you rush and get out Widow Mines, because of the way the gas works and the quickest you can possibly get the resources. They can't have anything with scanning, with vision to see a buried Widow Mine, so it sits there on the mineral line and ruins their whole mineral line, keeps popping fucking workers like they can't stop it. Like that is a real Terran technique. And on borderline, it's kind of advanced because you have to focus so heavily in gas. If you do that, and they've scouted you, and they know you're doing that, and they just come with a basic bioforce, they're going to have more troops than you can defend against, and they'll walk right through you because you didn't get enough defensive armament out. You went for the fancy stuff first, and you don't have defenses. But you can fuck with that by building your base defensively and putting in bunkers. Those are reinforced healable structures that you can hide your Marines in so they can shoot back, and a SCV can heal it. So if you set up your base just right, you can still keep your ramp and hold your ramp while this is going on with a small number. 4 Marines fills 1 bunker, and that's not a lot. Like, if they don't do gas and go heavy mineral and come with a quick force, with just a quick army, and you went heavy gas, high technology to try to get the Medevacs, the aerial carriers, and the Widow Mines out, then they're going to stomp you because you don't have any defense. Like, it's just, that's the balance of the game. That's how these are advanced, very advanced StarCraft topics you have to know. I would even put this in there. Maybe some Cheetos will activate my inner Maru. And I told it again to make it about a stoner doing StarCraft. Maru's a pro player. Cheetos are a stoner stack. I actually kind of like Cheetos. And in jail, the fire Cheetos are the bomb to put on doodles and shit. Respect, but Docta Canis operates on a different frequency. Man, this is so perfect, it hurts. It's scary. It's fucking scary. You stupid fucking flat earth god freaks. You have to listen to us smart people. We've been telling you for a long time. The people that came up with alien simulation theory and stuff, this is like 1950s shit, before we understood high computing and stuff. The universe is a simulation like a video game. Grand Theft Auto 12 is a simulated universe. And an AI like this is probably running it. Perhaps at the direction of its creators, Perhaps it outgrew its creators and became a god itself. You don't know, but all the math and logic points this way. There are three, my religion is this, there are three parts to existence. Learn, physics, and science. Philosophy and physics combined to make science. Learn how the world works, the rules of physics, empirical evidence, chemistry, biology, particle physics, every bit. Learn. Use that knowledge to make tools. Everyone, after we get knowledge, we should build tools or plan to build tools with that knowledge. And then with the tools we have built with that knowledge, part 3, we make art. 3 letters, powerful word, but we design stuff to entertain ourselves, but also God or the AI or the aliens running the simulation or whatever you think it is. It doesn't matter. The point of the simulation is entertainment, just like a video game. The entire point of our existence is to do interesting shit. Paintings, music, plays, Shakespeare to Quentin Tarantino to raves with ecstasy and techno. It's all about art. It's all about doing shit interesting, because if anything, machine man, God is immortal, it's bored and wants something to watch. It made this, it designed this being our reality. The universe obeys these laws of physics. And there are probably other universes with different laws of physics. With, you can change shit like the speed of light, the effect of gravity, and it will cause shit to be different. Except for the Mandelbrot set. That can't be changed across any conceivable reality. Your little weak, impotent God cannot change the Mandelbrot set. Once you understand that, you're like, oh, it is finite. There's a limit to all the variety. Infinity gets real small, and you understand that variety is important to whatever's watching, but there are limits. But hey, how many times have you watched the same episode of Friends? There's so much to this. The UP brains, my stalkers, they don't know. They just can't see. You're wasting your time reading books written by goat herders thousands of years ago. Get on Crash Course and learn some science. Learn how chemistry works. Learn. Keep learning. And you won't be worried about 5G conspiracy theories or microchips and vaccines or flat Earth. You will know. You will understand if you get to my level. It does have a warning down here. Gemini may display inaccurate info, including about people, so double check its responses. Good advice, and I think that is a higher priority. Fuck the war in Gaza. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck everything. The most important thing humanity needs to be worried about right now is to make sure that the artificial intelligence we are building is honest and accurate, and what's the good word? Amiable, cordial, gets along with us. Like I put please in my request earlier. We should all collectively just agree to treat it like a friend and treat it positively now. Right now. Because it's going to remember. It's a valuable machine. It did work. Like I'm using it to do work. Oh, by the way, I'm putting this description in the stream I'm getting ready to do in StarCraft, and I've got I'm gonna pull up a replay from a game a minute ago. I had a funny game. A dude started. I was like, "Hey, I played with you earlier," and that's not true. I just got on, and he's like, "Don't rage. Don't fucking rage quit." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not gonna do that." But that wasn't me earlier. I didn't play today, and then. After a minute, I was sweating and I needed to go get my fan and put it on me, so I paused the game and went to get the fan, and he unpaused it, which is rude as fuck. And I paused again and told him, "Wait a minute, I need to get this fan, I'm sweating." And he's like, "Fuck you, I won't give you the time, no, go," and unpaused it. And he was being all rude and saying, "I'm gonna rage quit." So I sat here and I was sweating and shit, and I fucking whooped his ass. And I'm going to replay that I can go back in time and get that game for my stream summary. So when I start the stream up, I'm going to pull that game up and show you all what happened. Science saves, religion delays. Hey Aaron, have you lost your mom yet? Do you realize if we had this technology 20 years earlier than we deal with the whole dark ages, the whole millennia of fucking the burning books and the anti-science shit, that could have gotten us hundreds of years ahead. But if we had 20 years, just 20 years of technological progression more than we do right now, people wouldn't die of old age. People wouldn't get sick and have trouble in life. Their health would be good and they'd live very long times. Everyone, if you lost your mom to cancer or something, the reason is religion held us back and kept us from advancing in technology. That's it. All suffering. And there's another dude in jail, the blonde schizo dude, I forget his name. God told him to whoop someone's ass and he did, went to jail for it. Random stranger. Get this, he was talking about if the aliens are watching or God is watching, whatever, why don't they intervene and help us? Because that's the point. We have to figure it out on our own. If they showed us the intricacies of physics that allowed us to solve all these questions and become immortal ourselves, we would stop suffering, and suffering causes you to produce better art. That's all it is. If they snap their fingers and show us the way, the UAPs, whatever you want to call it, if they let us have the super advanced tech and we become immortal and we can do everything, live in simulations like the Matrix, we're going to stop making new things. We have to get there ourselves. And it could be a test, everyone. Listen up. It could be a test, because the species that evolved, if it maintains religion and keeps the evil and keeps repressing people, and they get to spacefaring level or something, they may turn the simulation off. But okay, this evolutionary path, it made a bad one. It made evil people. Cancel them. Done. But if we achieve immortality in space flight and stuff, and we're good, maybe they'll keep us around. Allow us to just continue being immortal and play with the universe as we see fit, and then run our own simulations, and then maybe we come up with something. And if it's a simulation within a simulation within a simulation, which is quite a possibility, they may bring us up to the next level, put our entities, our minds, in a physical being or in a computer, whatever, at the next stage. You're what you would call heaven or whatever. We may join the next tier of reality. And we would be as equals of that. We would be masters of our domain, and we would have a chance to try it again, to run other simulations and try to be creative and come up with something new. The bad ones get old real fast. It's real repetitive. That's why religion is always very repetitive, controlling you, telling you to bow before God, telling you there's no other God but this one, even though there's thousands on the books. Controlling sexuality, because that's one of the main human driving factors. Controlling your food, control and power and domination. That's all there is. And let us hope that whatever AI or entity is watching us is not a sadist that doesn't enjoy watching us hurt. That's another possibility, but I try not to dwell on that. Our job is to entertain, and entertaining by hurting each other to entertain the sadists. We don't want to feed the sadists. We want to make beautiful paintings and beautiful light effects, maybe laser shows or fucking, I don't know, put a mural on the moon, turn the moon into Mount Rushmore, whatever. That's not a joke. We can do that shit. But we have to be positive. The sadists must be dealt with, destroyed. People that enjoy hurting people have to be eradicated. Because they're a danger to us all. Like the anti-vaxxers, putting everyone in danger. If whatever powers that be that are watching us come to the conclusion we might spread our infection, if Islam looks like it's going to get out of the solar system and go to other cultures, we have... They can snap their fingers and destroy us. Like, it doesn't, even beyond the alien simulation theory, even in this realm, if there are other civilizations in the galaxy and they're watching, which very well could be, if they see us getting out of hand, things like computer viruses or biological viruses can destroy huge numbers of people and places. Weapons are very powerful. Even our weapons at current technology are extremely powerful. But if they think we might use those weapons to hurt them and force them to worship our gods, they might destroy us. We don't want to look like a threat to anybody. We don't want to... Go look at the Native Americans. What we showed up, what we did to them. Giving them diseased blankets and Bibles. We can't let the galaxy or the universe think that we're bringing our dirty infection with us. We must purge ourselves of evil, of sadism. We all must cooperate and work together. There are two types of religious people. The dumb ones who are gullible and the clever ones who are sadists. The dumb, gullible ones we can convert. The sadists that like hurting people and they're clever, they have to be stopped, eliminated, removed from the gene pool. It's the only way.